Hey yo everyone and welcome. I'm your friend ARTOFMANA and let's watch the 5th episode of my first UHC. Well, here we are again. In a tunnel. Walking. We're in a place where even if you wanted to, you couldn't get lost. It's a very long tunnel. At the end of the tunnel is a person. That person is green. That person is Flob. And around the corner is Fampy. So here we are. Basically, again, we are burrowing underground, trying to make our way away from the border in the general direction of the center of our whole arena, so to speak, right? And here we go once again with the little dance of trying to trade resources. I am now down to 2 hunches for my hunger bar, and it's definitely getting me a little bit paranoid. And I'm worried at this point. And thankfully now I have an apple, and so even just eating that one apple really did a lot. And we see that Numbers has caught fish, so I'm already thinking I need fish. So we do actually make our way up. At this point, it is infinite day. We make our way up this hill where we come out of, and we see some lakes. And I'm thinking, right there, I'm like, perfect. Let's go and let's fish because, that's all that's on my mind. But Fampy says it's better in the other direction. So we actually kind of turn around. Flob and I are ready to head down there, but Fampy says this is the way to go. So we come down, and yes, there's a lot more water. So now the trick is, how do we get down there without dying? And I'm pretty certain at this point that my UHC is over because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make it. Flob just decides, to be a pro here. Fampy and I are a little bit more cautious. I go ahead and follow Fampy, and I thought about splitting up, but no, instead I say, hey, if she's got this whole good thing going, I'm going to just follow along here. But at this point I'm thinking, are you serious? Because Flob has just leapt off this mountainside into the water. As you can see, there's Flob down there already fishing. And I think about it, I am certain I could make that jump. But I'm also certain that in the course of this UHC, I'm going to do something wrong, not hit my dash key or whatever the case is. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to fall and die on the rocky shore below, and that's it. So no, I decide to follow Fampy, and she's got the right idea. We go ahead and take this little waterfall down, and all is good. So no damage dealt, no damage done, no damage taken. We're good. At this point, of course, food is our primary objective. And let me tell you, fishing in Minecraft, it's pretty fun. I like fishing in general in games. I'm a big fan of The Legend of Zelda. I love fishing in video games. Fishing in Minecraft is pretty good, but for some reason, in this server, it was the worst. It was literally, I had the worst luck. It was literally minutes upon minutes of just sitting there with my bobber out and nothing. And then there was lag if I did get a bite, and so I would often not get anything. The stuff I'm getting is not helpful. I just want fish, right? Food, and we're not getting it. We did get salmon, but salmon's not super helpful in this UHC because it's regular fish that we have to throw on the ground that turn into beef. So, again, salmon, it's fish, right? But it's not super helpful. Well, it is food, but it's not the best food. So here we are, and really at this point, I've only sped this up 5 times right now. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a feel for how long it was that we were at this and sitting with our fishing rods. It was not very eventful. I think we got all total. Well, we did get some beef. We did get some fish as well. All total, maybe something like 8 beef steaks or something like that in the end, right? But this was a long time. I mean, this just right here was probably about 15 minutes of fishing. And we don't have a lot to show for it, so, hey, it is what it is. At this point, I'm kind of almost out of the UHC mode. I'm thinking I've got 4 hunger hunches. I've got all of my hearts except for a half. I'm actually feeling pretty good. And all of the adrenaline has sort of gone. Now, this is where Fampy is also telling us and mentioning in chat as well that part of why she took so much damage before was actually an issue with lag. And so she was using her flint and steel against the opponents, and it actually lagged, and then she ended up catching on fire. So that's not a good thing. So there's that little exchange there. And it's fun how we're kind of, now that we're together and just fishing, sharing stories and getting an idea of what's actually happened so far since we started. So it's actually really fun. I mean, honestly, if we could just do future UHCs where all we do is fish, I'd be happy. But at this point, Fampy's getting pretty nervous. In fact, actually, she's been pretty nervous about the borders for a while now, and I don't blame her. I mean, I would be too, except I don't know enough to be worried. So now veteran Flob's kind of looking and saying, no, I think we're okay. But I think in the end, we all agreed it was probably best that we move along and get sort of a little more towards the center, just a little bit more. So Fampy packs up our things and we head on out. Now, our goal here is not really clear. You know, is it to find more water? Is it to, find some other resources? We've given up, unfortunately, the diamonds, right? We had that opportunity and unfortunately didn't take it. So we're kind of realizing, we've got iron armor. That's it. No enchantments. It's kind of like this may not be our UHC. However, fishing, it's a thing we can do, and we can have some fun with it. So that's where we leave off in today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. The UHC continues in the next one coming out tomorrow. And you can also check out other perspectives of other players who were recording by visiting my website, artofmana.weebly.com. Oh, and if you want to join either Jandoncom or myself as a patron, links are in the description. Lots of cool things are going on, so we hope to see you around. Bye-bye.